So a few people commented on the last video asking to hear Belle's thoughts and opinions about finishing Portal. And while I originally did cut that section from the end of the video as it didn't really fit the vibe that I was going for, I thought I would include it in this special little hidden video just for you who have found this link. So I have included her initial reaction to finishing the game, but it wasn't particularly substantial. So we also recorded a short little discussion-y, almost like a podcast section, where we just talk about her opinions on the game a few weeks removed from finishing it. So yeah, enjoy.
Do I just die after?
No, you don't have to move anything. You don't.
Whoa! It's the outside world.
That's the robot's name.
What?
GLaDOS. It says on the top of the thing, yeah.
Shame.
Thank you for assuming the Putty Aircode submission position.
There's something dragging me. What?
Setting up Portal 2.
Oh, that's so disheartening. I went through all of that. It's giving me...
You killed the robot, eh?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But there was a person. Or another
It was
robot.
definitely another robot.
Huh?
It was definitely another robot.
It sounded robot-y.
Yeah.
That's a bit creepy.
It's the cake.
Cake is a lie.
Rude.
I don't know what that robot said he put in it, but it all sounded bad. There's our companion cube!
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. You did it.
Oh, that was a big effort. That last bit I smashed though.
Yeah, you did.
I did so well there.
Yeah, better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. You did much better at the end there.
I really want to eat a piece of that cake.
Yeah, pretty good. What was the story of that game? What?
Doing science.
Yep.
Testing people's intelligence.
Mhm.
And then robot went rogue.
Mhm.
And all the people tried to escape, and a lot of them probably died, or got also put through science. And then we feel like we killed it, but we didn't.
That's pretty much the whole story.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Research done. Obviously, it's not a tricky one.
Yeah,
to figure
no.
out. But yeah.
I got something in my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no physics or spatial awareness, but
Science.
there's something there.
You did it.
Look, it wasn't my favourite. It wasn't my least favourite.
No, I didn't expect it. Right.
Companion cube!
Yeah. Bye, everyone. See ya. So, thoughts?
On the song, on the game.
Let's do the game first. Try and talk roughly in the microphone and also don't have it backwards.
I didn't know there was a front and back.
There's a light at the front. And
So
buttons.
it's got the thing all around. It makes you think you can speak into it forever. Look at the start. I was enjoying it because it seemed like a light-hearted game, and I was glad to have a light-hearted change of pace. And then in that room, I think it's one that introduces the turrets, and they've got it's the first little like secret hideaway thing.
Yep, I think it is it.
Yeah, and then the music started to change, and it got a little bit like not creepy or eerie, but like
I feel like eerie is the word
eerie.
you're looking for.
yeah, which I didn't love. And I feel like the whole momentum thing is a struggle. But in the room where you go like up and down at all the levels, I think they should have put that earlier, because I feel like that actually made me understand it so much more. But it was like the last room or the second last room was right at the end.
Yeah.
And it's like that one actually gave you time to figure out what you had to do to actually understand it. So they should have put it earlier.
All of them give you time to figure out what you want to do. There's no time limit.
No, but like in the like other ones where you have to shoot the next one down on the ground because otherwise like you finish the momentum run.
That's true.
Whereas that one, you're just having fun. You're gonna figure it out as you go. I think that should have been earlier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how do you feel about the, like, I guess excluding the specific momentum you spoke about, but the overall difficulty?
I mean, I feel like from a movement perspective, I managed it a bit better than when I first started, like Silent Hill 2.
Oh, yeah.
Where I couldn't walk in a straight line.
Yeah.
I managed to walk straight. I don't think it was too, I mean, well, from a movement or a thinking perspective, because they're two different aspects.
They have two very different aspects.
I think from a movement perspective, besides the momentum thing, it wasn't too hard.
Yeah, the only problem was...
The cognitive aspect, however.
Well, yeah, I think the only problem with the movement was accuracy.
Yeah.
Like, there were times when you needed to be accurate.
And I was doing the right
quickly.
thing, but I just wasn't...
Yeah. I think a few people said in the comments as well that you... Which I think I mentioned it, I didn't go on about it, but you, at least at the start, like, look slightly to the right or left, I can't remember, so that whenever you have to do anything quickly, you automatically, like, line yourself up too far to the right.
I wonder why that was.
Yeah, I think...
What was I doing that made me think
I think it's because the gun is on your right, and it doesn't go to the middle of the screen, and you're using that to line yourself up.
Yeah, I was.
As opposed to the little, like, there's a little reticle in the center of the screen where, like, that shows the two little colors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which that's the center.
But I think I started using
You did, but, like, towards the end you were fine, right?
Yeah.
You could do that, like, in the escape sequence, you were able to do the momentum stuff basically no problem.
Way easier.
So I think you were probably just lining yourself up wrong. Yeah. Consistently, which is why you struggled so much with
in
doing
that first one.
Yeah, because in the first part when you gave up, you were like quick enough, at least towards the last time. Well, you were quick enough,
doing it.
but you can definitely tell you're going too far to the right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was. Which it was hard to tell for me also in the moment that is what you were doing.
But after the fact.
Yeah, when you can, like, watching the same clips over and over again. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can see it. I can see that.
Yeah, which you would have done a lot of.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
over and over
I
again.
did watch it quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is there were a few comments about the companion cube. And I think as I thought about this, because usually I would get attached to these things, I think I was so focused on just trying to finish and get through, because I think I was getting frustrated that it was taking so long at this point, that I was just like, right, I'm just going to get into it. And I wasn't even thinking about it from that perspective. I was like, just try and focus on getting it right.
Yeah, because you said later when you watched someone else play Portal, like, in person, not someone else's playthrough or anything, that you got way more attached to the companion cube.
They actually managed to get rid of it really quickly, and I was like, oh. Yeah.
That was maybe the part I was most surprised with, how callous you were throwing it in.
So out of character.
Gladys was like, this is the fastest anyone has ever, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
No, I think what surprised me about that is I was like, really? Like, I don't. I'm like, really? Like, I don't quite believe it when she said that. And then when I watched our friend do it, I realized that that's actually just...
Yeah, she says it every time.
That's just what she says. Yeah. So I think I was just too focused on getting through the game to feel an emotional attachment.
Yeah.
So the very cute, in hindsight, companion cube.
Yeah. I can see it. I also feel like I got more frustrated in the second part as well. I don't know if it's evident or not, but I remember feeling afterwards, like after we'd finished recording, I was like,
really?
I feel like I'm gonna come across as really grumpy. I feel like I felt kind of annoyed when I'd finished. And going back on it, I don't think it's anywhere near that bad.
No, I don't think it is.
I don't think you could tell.
Well, it's because you kept telling me as well. They're like, oh yeah, we've only got like half an hour left. And
I
then
thought we
like
did.
3 more hours. So I think we were both just like, oh, gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking that, like, we were going to be done. And then we got to the end of room 19 and I was like, great, we're finished. And then it still took us like another hour to get out.
Yeah, I remember that being, I mean, it probably was significantly quicker for me, but I remember it being way quicker. Like, I remember there being like 3 rooms, that was it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, in hindsight, it's fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I'm really sad about that bit that cut out though, because I think in that room with all the turrets was probably my favorite part once I figured out what I was doing. Because there were a few rounds where I just got shot automatically and I was getting
you gave
frustrated.
up the first. You had 2 attempts and then you stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I've had enough for the day. And then we stopped. And then you came back to like, yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah. And so I think it's sad because I think there was actually, like, I actually enjoyed that bit.
Yeah.
And so the one part I enjoyed don't actually get to hear.
I don't think anyone could tell that you weren't there though. So,
No, I don't think so.
it's
Pretty smooth.
pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Oh, the song. A lot of people were upset that
Yeah.
we cut the song out.
But that's because when we were watching it, I was just trying to read the lyrics.
Yeah,
And so
that
then
was-
I wasn't actually commenting because I was focusing on actually paying attention to
There was
it.
there was pretty much no dialogue at all in the song. There was a little bit at the very start and
Yeah.
a little bit at the very end when she like does the whole still alive bit. She keeps saying still alive and
Yeah.
you're like, ooh. And that was it. And I was like, it's not like even the whole song in for that moment.
That bit. Yeah.
I did also talk over the top of the start a little bit to explain that it was GLaDOS singing the song to you.
Yeah.
And then when we rewatched the song before this discussion, so we were refreshed, you were like, is this GLaDOS singing to us? I was like, I literally said that last
Yeah,
time.
that was like,
I said it twice
That
because
was
you
like
made me
a month
clarify.
ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I
it
guess
was a long
so.
time ago. It was one comment. But at least I thought of it this time.
Yeah,
You didn't
that's
have
true.
to retell me. I guess.
Well, last time you were like almost indignant that I brought it up. You were like, yeah, like I know.
Well, yeah, because we just finished playing
Yeah,
it, so the voice
that's
was
true.
probably more
Similar.
similar.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas this time it wasn't. But then also they capitalized like the G and L and D.
Yeah, you'd worked it
in a
out
few
already by
things.
that point.
Yeah, but there's some hints there.
Also, the part where they talk about being murdered and being happy that you've gone.
Yeah. But also I feel like it's funny, it's like such which is like such like a happy
Yeah.
like tune, and then you actually listen to the lyrics and you're like, oh, this is actually not a very nice message that it's sending.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit creepy.
Mhm.
Because at first it's like we're gonna do, science for the people that are
Yeah.
here, and then it's like, no, we're actually gonna do it on them.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Mhm.
But I did find it funny in the like credit scene when it says you broke my heart and the little like
Yeah, the heart breaks, yeah.
in the back.
That is
It's
cute.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I think I just didn't feel satisfied when we finished it, because you think you've got an hour and then it takes you back and then it's singing this song to you, and it's just like, it just leaves you feeling a bit unfinished.
Yeah.
Which
almost
I,
like-
almost like it was intended.
Yeah. Well, originally that was not the ending. That added that post-launch.
Oh, what was it?
You just end up outside, and that's it. And the song is there, so the song
Yeah,
plays.
but
But
they don't drag you back and you don't get to see the cake.
Oh no, the cake bit's there. It's just the dragging back in. They added that in
Yeah.
retroactively, kind of in support for Portal 2.
Yeah.
'Cause-
That made me feel so sad when that happened, because I was like, I just did all of that for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you played this game almost 20 years ago now, then you would have had a better ending.
Yeah, it would have felt much better.
Mm.
But then even if that was the ending, like still the song and like the cake with all the little things.
Yeah.
Robot things.
Cores.
What?
They're called cores.
Pause.
Yeah. They're like the different cores. There's like the...
Because they do different things.
Yeah, they talk about different things. You know, like when you pick them up and throw them in the fire at the end,
Yeah,
they're all
they
talking
do.
about different things. They've all got their own like personalities.
Yeah. One was kind of cute and the one of them was aggressive.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the other thing I was thinking of, like, at the end when we were trying to escape, I think I was feeling really stressed because I was, like, I think I was thinking about Silent Hill 2, where there's actually things that chase you
Oh,
and
yeah,
attack
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
And so the
no, there's
entire
not-
time, I was so stressed that I was on, like, some sort of time frame, and, like, if I wasn't fast enough, something was going to happen. But then thinking back, like, they give you no like
reason to think that would be.
Well, no, but also no mechanism to fight something.
Yeah.
So when I was
there's a
rewatching,
little bit like turrets. You can fight turrets.
yeah, but like not enough that if something actually came, like came
for sure.
you,
Yeah,
like you
for
couldn't
sure.
then fight it back. So I was like, there was no actual reason to think that. But I did feel very stressed that entire time because I thought that something was going to come for me. I thought if I wasn't fast enough, and I know that I wasn't going fast, and so then I was like,
I guess part of that fear is also, I guess you don't know. Like part of the appeal, I think, is it's very ambiguous at the start, like what is happening, like what GLaDOS is. Like, is it a voiceover? Is it an actual robot? Is it just a person that's talking through a filter? And so you don't know, like by the time you're escaping, obviously she has tried to kill you already once.
yeah,
And you know at that point that it's not a voiceover because she keeps telling you to come back. So it's like, what is, like, I don't know what will happen, you know?
Yeah.
Is it a monster? Is it going to come out and attack me? You don't need to get the end.
Yeah. I think also because the only other game I've played does
Exactly that.
That's why I probably thought that.
Yeah.
But then we went back to Silent Hill 2 and I really wanted to come back to Portal.
Yeah.
It was so much less scary.
To be fair, yeah, it is, that part of Silent Hill 2, that's probably
The worst bit.
one of the scariest parts of the whole game. Especially, I think I was fine with it. But I think a lot of people struggle with that staircase, the one with the really long one with the, like,
That I didn't want to
grinding
go
noise.
down.
Yeah, I think a lot of people find that quite scary.
Yeah,
Which you did.
But the funny
quite
thing is,
scary.
because when we were playing Portal, I was like, oh, like I miss these
Yeah,
parts of Silent Hill 2.
I know.
And then we got there and I was like, take me back.
Yeah.
Didn't want to do it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'm quite mentally prepared to do one that's like 3 times as long though.
Yeah. I think Portal 2 is also, it's kind of, like, it definitely gets, the points it gets to are harder than the points that this one gets to, but it spends longer getting there, and so you're kind of all built up by the time you do get there. And it's also much more, I think I've said this already, narratively focused,
Yeah.
right? So it has sections, like longer sections between puzzles, because that Portal 1 is just puzzle. There's no break, essentially. No gap. Like, there's a lift, but
Lift is long though.
yeah.
Each one. You just did when we watched the speed run and like half of it was waiting in the lift.
Yeah. But there's like longer sections where there's just kind of characters talking, which may sound like a negative for someone that hasn't experienced it. Like, you're doing things, you're like walking, you're doing some like light portaling, you know, from one side of a room to another. There's like a gap or something.
Yeah.
Like, not puzzle portaling. You're just
Well,
yeah.
I might beg to differ.
But it's kind of like it gives you that those breaks naturally.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like you don't feel as
Yeah, because I think with this one, every room was like, oh,
every room.
gotta use my brain.
Yeah. Which, like, yeah, there are long sections where it is just lots of puzzles in Portal 2, but it does break it up. So it's not that, like what we did for Portal 1, but for like 8 hours.
Well, that's good to know.
There are significant breaks. Yeah. That to look forward to at some point in the future, whenever we get to it. It's not next. So.
Yeah. Unless I've given up.
Yeah.
I don't give up easily though. So. Well.
Yeah, there's giving up. There's giving up, and then there's giving up. You know, it's like he giving up for the moment, and then giving up altogether.
Exactly. I don't give up altogether easily.
So, I mean, I guess if you want to see that one, that's not you. Not you. Anyone watching this, there's probably not that many people, but stay tuned.